Greetings everyone, my name is Zetterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. Continuing on from last Saturday evening, I'll be concluding my coverage of the level pack Mega Man Divide by Rogel 2. Back then, I covered the intro stages and the 9 ARM stages. So, after rock, roll, and of course, let's see, bass take care of the RMs rammaging around the place, they team up again in order to go after Dr. Rai and Dr. Wily. First, going after Dr. Rai, of course, beginning with Rai Base 1, Filtration, Infiltration, with 28 plays and a score of 9. I like to thank Drop and Jack, aka Your Local Vacuum, for providing some NSF replacements. As unfortunately, Rogel didn't give any NSF replacements. Oh gosh. Looks like we're doing this one as Mega. Oof. Not a good start. I'm gonna have to recover this somehow. Ideally, this should take about an hour or so. So, welcome to the stream, Drop and Jack, Manubi, Jaden, Pixelboy, all the watchers on Twitch, and anyone else who I missed. As a reminder, tomorrow morning is Cow 2022. And because next week is Steam Next Fest, I'll take a short pause for the LP next Sunday. I already have an idea of what demos I'll be covering. Time. My crane? Oh, neat. One of the weapons that can just one-shot it. Come on. As well as this enemy, perfect. Well, I have the straight counter to it now. This is beautiful. Lots of blue in this infiltration, filtration, station, standing ovation. I mean, who doesn't have a Discord account nowadays? Oh gosh, this is gonna be a little bit of a problem. No thanks. These sorts of jumps I'm really wary about missing. I don't mind a tanky gory here because it makes sense what they're trying to do. Two toxic conveyors next to each other. Turn the other way. Thank you. I always tank it in case... Well, I don't really need to tank it as much. It's more of a justy. OJ? Should've just ran past. What were they talking about 2D AAA titles? Oh no. Luckily, I have the super adapter. I don't like doing the slide jumps when you can switch direction midway. If that happens, I'm gonna fall into the pit. Are these all the bosses Mega Man fought earlier? Like the 3 RMs? After all, each character fought against a different set of 3 RMs. Mid-bosses. I mean, that makes sense. And when we say AAA 2D titles, that's still quite a bit of variety there. Like, you can still have 3D... It could still be 2.5D. Or, in many cases, still use 3D models, but constrain them to a 2D or 2.5D plane. Yeah, Metroid Dread is one example. Nowadays, when we talk about AAA 2D titles, it's usually 2.5D, or if it's just fully constrained to 2D, it's like Metroid Dread. 3D models constrained to a 2D plane. X5 Sigma team. This must be the Fortress boss then. Yep, you're definitely the boss. Using this because it's more fun and it speeds up the process. Solid start to the fortress. Now to the midway dump romp. 15 plays, score of 6. Dump romp. Kinda self-aware there. Okay, we're still playing as Mega Man. I thought we'd switch over to someone else. Let me turn down the volume a bit. That's better. You're welcome, Patio. You mentioned how there is a stigma among some consumers that AAA is 3D. I see what they mean. I mean, most AAA titles nowadays, and for the past decade, more than a decade or so, were 3D. "2D games especially got a resurgence thanks to the neo-retro era. And, of course, the explosive growth of indie gaming. Dangerous mindset to support as it could lead to companies no longer..." Ah, okay. I mean, 2D still has relevance. I mean, even 3D games technically are pretty old too. They're almost as... Gotta be careful here. Oh, if I take any hit here, I'm falling in. I see what you mean. The issue with the mindset is that it may result in 2D games mostly be confined to the indie sphere. Not gonna fall for that. I mean, there's always been indie games out there, but they really got a resurgence. They really got into the public sphere thanks to large successes. Like, we can talk about Cave Story, if you want to be early, like in the 2000s. Cave Story, Spelunky Classic, and a few more, a lot of obscure titles. Heck, the biggest indie success story would be Minecraft. And, well, we had a whole discussion about that a few weeks ago. I mean, the resurgence of new retro titles is one of the reasons why Mega Man 9 and 10 came out. Developers and quote-unquote AAA publishers and developers saw how popular indie games were becoming, 2D retro-style indie titles, and they wanted to get in the frenzy. I mean, it's pretty obvious what his weakness is going to be. No? Okay. Okay, this is not what I thought it would be. As for the level pack itself, like I said last week several times, this is decent. Not very spectacular, but it's perfectly competent. In fact, it's more competent than most of the stages featured in these streams. Perfectly suited for an intermediate player. Sorry. Sorry for the flashing lights there. Couldn't risk it. See you. These gotta be rematches or something. I feel like I fought them before. Mini bosses, because if I did fight them before, I want to use special weapons. Okay, responding to Jane's message. The Bonnox seems... I see what you mean. This is a small vocal minority. Frankly, I have far more worry about pigeonholing genres or trend chasing. True. Aha. Neat. I mean, it was pretty obvious that it had to be his weakness. Now for the actual fight. Oh goody. Corrupted machines, you say? Oh gosh. Actually, because of the ledges, it made this a lot easier. At first, I thought he was gonna be stuck below, but he played rather nicely. As I was saying, it's like a vocal minority, but sure, disgusting. But to be fair, that is a legitimate point, because for a while, AA and AAA developers and publishers basically ignored most 2D games, focusing on 3D. Onwards into Ride Tree, Elemental Fury, 24 play, score of 8. It's time to put a stop to his plan. Oh yeah, something else to keep in mind when I do the Steam Next Fest Let's Tries. Compared to the usual Let's Tries I do, the non-Steam Next Fest ones, I'm gonna be somewhat harsher because, as you know, this is the big leagues. And I prefer to cover games I haven't covered before, unless there's been a massive difference or massive update. Alright. Okay, that's one way to do it. If I use the right weapons, I can stop them before they do that. Something else I didn't point out but I should here. Thank you for putting checkpoints before every boss fight. Regardless of whether it's a boss rematch or not. Let's see. Remember, 1 primary, 1 secondary. You can also recommend a tertiary one, but no guarantee I'll cover that. Oh no, my greatest enemy. Not bad yet. When Cookie's level pack is ready, I'll cover it. But next week, well, at this time we'll be streaming Next Fest demos. Oh boy, this is a rather enclosed arena. It's similar to the size where we fight the Big Octopus Battery, or Big Susie. In some ways harder because of how he shoots out the projectiles. And all these sections in this fortress are based on the previous sections we've seen before, albeit a bit harder. Oh no. Hey, I have the weapons. I'm gonna use them. Right, you count as a mid-boss. Thankfully the gories don't count. That always looked a bit goofy. It's okay. I need to reset there anyways. This song sounds familiar, doesn't it? Toho. I didn't originally hear it from Toho, but... Oh no, really? can do it without the super adapter, I'm not gonna try it. Maybe you do need a super adapter. Well, you don't exactly, but I don't recommend it unless you're skilled enough with water jumps. Voyage 1969. Hey, pirate. GG. These fortress stages aren't too tough. But that goes Dr. I. Elemental fear because we had fire, water, and 2 other elements. So far, so good. One sec. If your fortress stages were a lot easier. Okay, back. Now that Mega Man has trashed Dr. I's latest base, it's time to go after his original nemesis, Dr. Wily, starting at Wily Base 1, Frosty Fortress. 22 plays and a score of 5. Maybe the rest of the gang will join up too. We don't usually have an ice stage acting as the first fortress level. Well, technically 5, but it's the first stage of a new fortress. And yes, I know the first time we technically had that was Kozak's level. Oh gosh, here we go. Sliding through. Nice shot. Oops. Whoa. Spawning an egg right behind us. That's not really fun. Anything else we have to discuss? Anything else you have to discuss, or topics we should discuss about the gaming industry or upcoming games? I posted a trailer for the next Fest in gaming. Ah yes, the requisite spike file section. It seems like every one of these fortresses has at least one or two of them. Missed me. Oof. Should have aimed better. Well, I didn't aim well. So, I go into the abyss again. Yep. You're not the one who can jump, so it's fine. Oh, Sonic Superstars, well, it's a Sonic fandom. And you know how infamous it is with how unpleasable it is, so we don't usually count that. With Sonic, any new piece is almost all. Any new piece is always gonna have visual detractors. At this point, there's never gonna be a future Sonic game which doesn't have a very vocal minority who doesn't like it. Ah, you got me there, Sniper. Now, what is rather very rare is when you have a unified dislike of something. See, Sonic's original design is in Sonic 1 movie. Okay, I can get about 10 damage in per cycle. Ow. Well, I screwed that up. If I were to hazard a guess what his weakness is, it's the laser, or magnet. No? Interesting. Would it be Solar Blade? No, it's Frost? In an ice stage? Okay. Perhaps. But remember, larger budgets don't necessarily translate into better games. On to Wily Base 2, the lair of big pets, 22 plays and a score of 6. What happened to roll and base? I would have played between the two. Okay. One of the few stages which actually use the big pet parts as an actual stage mechanic, platform type. Music is starting to get rather tense here. I don't know, it depends though. Alright. To be fair, Nintendo sorta made a game like Tinykin before. You know, Chibi Robo. Oh no, these are fast. Yeah, I expected as such. A 1,000 times better? Well, I getcha. Kind of an exaggeration. Oh my goodness. Because literally the thing you do in Tinykin, I know it's often compared with Pikmin, but that's not really accurate to how it plays. It's more like Chibi Robo. Bye. Hey, Jinock. If it had one tentacle cloud Among Us had, still I wouldn't say there was a... I'm just more cynical and I don't really believe that. Whoa! It's a much faster version of an earlier challenge. It may be just me being more cynical, but I just don't... Having more budget, having more cloud may result in better games, but I don't believe it's going to be like that much of an increase. Time and budget will help though. That you're right on. Whoa. Don't mind me. Help me, kitty. On second thought, don't help me. Oh, you pushed me in place, good. Imagine if we had the Mecha Dragon in this engine. We'd totally be chased over there. Fine. Keep hopping away. Oh no. Yikes. Well, thank you Rajul for putting the checkpoint just right before in his section. If this is a patio, that may have not happened. It makes this so much more tolerable. Not to mention we have the super adapter for an extra jump. Okay, that's what you mean. So, if they had more time and budget is basically what you're saying. In that case, yeah, I think I'd go with that. Well, I kinda wish the big pet gimmick was taken further. I wish there was a vertical climbing section where we used the big pets to ascend to the top. I know a boss fight did that. Ow, ow. No easy way to shoot them down. Well, I can. The problem is getting to that. I have enough ease. Might as well just use them. And yes, I know what the weakness is. It's copy vision. What else would it be? Or it'd be the laser. GG. Not gonna shoot. I don't want to get crushed again. Yeah, if this was made by Eula Patio, there'd be a lot more debt. This is basically easy or medium. This is easy by your standards. Like I said, intermediate players. There are tricky spots, but with enough skill, you can get past them no probs, without special weapons. And if you have some trouble, you have several special weapons that can make your life easier. Not just for dispatching the enemies, but also for giving more iframes, like the break dash, or using the boost ability of the super adapter to give you an extra jump. I prefer to separate, well, more sales means more money, which usually means more resources for future titles. I guess I prefer saying more attention. But anyways, what happened here? Let's take a look. What happened? There it is. Oh, that got changed. Sorry. Next up is Wily Base 2.5, the boss rush. 21 plays, score of 5. So you're right, Drop and Jack. Those bosses we fought earlier were mid-bosses. It's time for the actual boss rematches. But ideally, I will play more games that are more recognizable in the future. Like, I do wish to play the Shovel Knight collection. Wait. Do you fight the bosses in a linear order? I guess so. Nope. No. No? Oh, Solar Blaze. Yeah, sometimes this doesn't really get obvious. Well, some are more obvious than others, I suppose. Anyone who is weak to break dash should have been in for a time of pain. Only the triple shot. Unfortunately, time slows down the fight. May need a teleporter, so that's why I don't really use it for this. Again, sorry for the screen flashes. Laser? Sometimes it's attracted to a flamethrower, I'm afraid. Okay, who's the boss of the boss rush? Okay. Let's give Kitty some time in the limelight. On second thoughts, really? Okay. I'm not complaining, it's just find it interesting. Can't shoot me! Do I have rain flush? Afraid not. Manpower and testing, definitely. We don't need the same amount of money as Mario and Zelda, though. That is... something more like Splatoon and Animal Crossing would be better. Or heck, why not even the second-party Nintendo titles? Like, imagine all the money that goes into Fire Emblem. That'd also be sufficient. Back to Mega Man Solo Adventure with the final battle, 16 plays and a score of 5. It's a bit disappointing not being able to play as the other characters because one of the main points about this pack was dividing and conquer, Mega Man, Roll, and Bass teaming up, but the other two seem to have vanished, unless I missed something by accident, because I would have loved to switch between the characters. I know these stages aren't really hard, like I don't really need the base's double jump and or dashing, but at least I would like to play with their different skill sets, strengths and weaknesses. Like Like, I totally would be using special weapons a lot more often if I was playing as base. Excuse me, good sirs. Thank you. I don't know which game you're referring to. And I don't usually like calling games rip-offs anyways, unless it's very, very apparent. Ahem, Pal World. Even then, it can be in some pretty entertaining ways. I love using the Break Dash in this pack. It just serves so many uses. Especially when combined with the quick weapon swapping. Can run through the weaker enemies and bypass easy projectiles. Alright, here we go. There had to be one more spike falling section. Like I said earlier, there's always at least one or two of them. It seems like they come standard with a fortress. Ah, now I can choose to play as someone else. Roll, you did a thing. Okay. You aren't the one who picked this track, it was Rojolt, but I just found... I'm just chuckling at hearing this. At the same time though, this actually fits because, well, it's a stomper. Also, one of the few times where the dodge roll actually comes in handy. GG. Roll absolutely destroyed Wily. No E or M tanks required. And thus, this concludes Mega Man Divide. A decent level pack made in Mega Man Maker, designed for, at the very least, intermediate skilled Mega Man Maker players. Like I said throughout, it has a consistent quality and difficulty curve that makes it pretty pleasant to play through, but it doesn't really have anything spectacular. Oh sure, there may be one or two or three difficulty spikes, but they are not insurmountable. I guess my one main criticism is with the Fortress stages, of how, well, one of the main gimmicks of this pack is that each character went after a different set of RMs. But in the Fortress, with the exception of this final stage, you only play as Mega Man. You didn't even get an option to choose who you were playing at the beginning. I feel that should be changed because it makes more sense story-wise. After defeating all the RMs, our trio of heroes come together to take on the fortresses. And I say the fortresses did a decent job of bringing back everything together we've seen before. Not only in terms of gimmicks, enemies, mechanics, but also mid-bosses and bosses later. It's a very solid, enjoyable pack, but there are better ones out there as we've seen before. For instance, Official Meme Guys pack. That's something I'd give a 7. Well, that's something I consider to be almost good. Also, Drop and Jacks pack if you want something that's much tougher. That did a better job of exploring its mechanics. Although the further stages later down there become rather punishing in a few spots. Ahem. Oh, okay. So yeah, thank you for sending it to me, Roger2. I really enjoyed playing it. So as I said, tomorrow morning is Cal 2022, and because next week is Next Fest, I won't have an evening stream for Mega Man Maker. In any case, thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a good time of day. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.